Good morning. Well, at least it's morning here. Welcome everybody to repetitions and routine day number 23. We are going to be working with a box today. If you don't have a box or a bench or a table or a chair, something that you can stand on, lunge off of, and plank off of, don't worry about it. You can just use the floor. You can use whatever small step you have. Any sort of ledge or something stable to raise your feet on top of would be great. But again, if you don't have that, don't worry about it. And then I'm going to use one heavy set of dumbbells today. I have a set of 25-pound dumbbells that I'm going to be using, so you can base your selection off of that if you would like. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be working on Tabattas today. So that's 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And it always starts a little mentally challenging, but it definitely pays off in the end, and we always get through it, and nobody's died yet. Put your arms out nice and wide for me, palms on the ground, and then set your feet so that they're just outside of your hips. And then just take a couple deep breaths here before we start rolling and moving. If you've hit our last couple days, it's been a little bit of back intensity and core, and definitely feeling it in a really good way. Lower your knees to the left, but it's a good thing to get some stretch and roll through the back here real quick before we get started. Create space between ears and shoulders, and then roll your knees over to the right. Create that space between or in that low back, and then the rotation is coming in your mid back. So our first round that we're going to be doing today of our Tabatta is going to be a step up. So if you have a bench or a box, you'll be stepping up 20 seconds on your right leg. You have a 10-second break, and then we'll hit 20 seconds on the left. So we'll hit 4 rounds each leg. If you are not using a bench, okay, roll to the middle. Bring your head and shoulders up off the ground. Contract through the core. Hug your left knee into the chest. Extend your right leg long. Flex, and then inhale, exhale, and switch. If you don't have a box, then you will lunge. So you just set up a static lunge or a step back lunge with weight would be great, but you could also go in on your box. You could also go body weight, of course. Keep your breath going here, in and out. Perfect. And one more. All right, set your feet, go up into a glute bridge. Drive those hips up, bring your arms back overhead. Take a nice deep inhale and then slide them around like you're doing a reverse snow angel. Bring them up toward the ceiling, back behind your head. Slide them down and around, up overhead. And then slide them down and around. One more time, up overhead and down and around. All right, drop those hips, hug your knees in. Let's roll ourselves up. Get your box or bench or chair, table, or whatever it is ready. Obviously, the higher that your box or bench, the slower you're going to be going. And the lower it is, the faster that you can move. Also, depending on the amount of weight that you're holding. So I actually remember the last time that I held 25s, my arms were quite sore the next day as well. So anyway, you're going to set your one leg on your box. Contract deep through the core. Make sure you're working through the pushing leg. And you're going to come all the way to standing and then drop back down. But that leg is going to stay on your box the whole time. All right, let's make sure we're ready. Kind of bend into it or warm into it. My hamstrings are a little tight from yesterday. All those deadlifts that we did. But that's how I like it. This will kind of help keep us rolling. All right, here we go. Strong core, tall back. First set, 20 seconds. Hit those step ups. Make sure you're pushing all the way through the heel. Sometimes it takes a couple to get your rhythm. Keep your control on your drop. And time. Switch up your legs. Go ahead and get your other foot set. Strong core. Ready? and go. As these guys get tough, I always imagine just climbing a mountain, getting my elevation, training those legs to take a big hill. All right, switch it up. Grab your core, ready, set, and go. Try not to swing your weights. Just press through that leg. Think about your pelvis. Keep it squared off. And time. Other side. And go. Fourth set. Line your knee and toe. Really focus on driving through the heel. That's going to help activate your glute and hamstring. All right, switch. Check in with that core. Chest stays up. 3, 2, and go. Lifted chest, strong tight belly, and time. Switch. And go. Tall chest. Pull those shoulder blades back. As you fatigue, you feel that droop in the upper back. 2 more. 3, 2, and 1. Time. Last one. Here we go. Dig in through the underside of that upper leg. You got it. Glute and hamstring. Core supports the pelvis and hips. Time. All right. Good job, good job. We're going to use our box for a little stretch. If you don't have a box, just use the floor. Hang over that leg a quick second. All right, we're going to keep going with the legs. Keep our heart rate rolling here. And we're going to do a box runner. So you're going to get one leg, one foot set on your box, and then you're going to shuffle and switch while you're in motion, right? So your foot's on, you're going to tap the top and switch side to side as fast as you can. All right, here we go. Ready, set, and go. Kind of think of it as a manual stair stepper. Check in that belly. Time. Get our heart rate going a little more this time. 3, 2, and go. That heat feels good on the legs. Pushing up that heart rate. Take your break. 3, 2, and go. Woo! All over. Time. 3 down. Ready, set, and go. I didn't tell you, sorry. If you don't have a box, you probably already figured it out. Just do run in place, high knees, marches. Come on, keep it up. Time. Whew. 3, 2, and go. Final 3 sets. Tighten up that core. Find your pace. Push into it. Build endurance and stamina. Conditioning. Time for that heart rate. 3, 2, here we go. You got it. Hang in. Time. Last one. 3, 2, here we go. Try to keep those toes straight ahead, knees and toes wide. Time. All right, good work. We'll use that box again, get a little stretch, and then we're going to give our legs a rest and move into dips. Triceps, hinge forward. That back hip flexor by straightening the leg, calves a little as well. All right. If you don't have a box, you have a couple different options. We're here for triceps. You can hit a tricep push-up from the floor with your elbows squeezing in, or you can hit a skull crusher with one of your heavy weights. So you'd be on your back. Pretend I'm holding the weight. Arms up, bend your elbows, take right to your forehead. All right, otherwise, hang with me. We're going to keep going with our Tabattas on this lovely box. All right, ready, set, and go. Make sure your chest nice and tall, and try your best. Squeeze your elbows in toward one another. Your hips are right underneath those shoulders. Push to your capacity. Time. Make sure that you need your break. So even if maybe you don't need it this round, you should here. Here we go. You're finding the range that works for your shoulder mobility. And depending on what's going on in your shoulders, maybe dips aren't the best option for you. So go to that skull crusher or kickbacks Time. You can hinge and kick weight or a band. 3, 2, and go. Tighten the core. Focus on your triceps. Time. 3, 2, and go. Keep that chest up. Mind's wanting to droop. Time. Oh, halfway there. And go. Your triceps have the ability to get very strong and to not have to deal with that little droop and sag when we lift our arm. But we don't generally use them too much, especially depending on your lifestyle, what you do for work. 3, 2, and 1. So you have to kind of wake them up, build them back up, and then they can really get to their potential. Time. 2 left. Ready, set, and go. This is good. I'm at the end of my capacity. Time. Oh, one more we're going to have to eke out. 3, 2, and 1. Come on, you got it. Try not to take a break until you hear that timer. Focus on strength through the back and the core to help support those little triceps. Even if you're not moving far. Time. Hooey. Good job, good job. All right, let's give ourselves a little tricep stretch. Reach that arm down your back. All right, we're going to go back into the legs. Give our arms a little break. We have 2 sets to go. Reach that arm down your back. I don't know about you. Triceps are fried. All right. Here we go. You're going to need one or both of your weights. I'm going to start with both, but definitely willing to drop one. And we're going to be doing a balance lunge. If you do not have a bench or a box, you're going to be doing a single leg deadlift, okay? So you're going to hinge forward and step up. And I know sometimes these actually work better for some of you because of what's going on with your toes or ankles for lunges. Otherwise, we're going to set our back toe, back foot on the bench, and we're going to lunge forward into that front leg. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get set up because it takes a while sometimes to get there, and then we'll start our timer. Don't want to lose any time. All right, ready, set, and go. First couple might entail just finding balance. Keep tracking your front knee with the toes. Work for range. You should feel everything, most everything, coming through that front leg. Try your best to keep those hips squared off. There's our first one. Switch it up. Go ahead, grab your weights, get set, and go. Build the strength and the conditioning of those legs. Time. Switch it up. Here we go. Don't worry about your pace, especially if you're holding heavy weight. Time. Oh, goodness. These are special. And go. Getting wobbly. That's good. Locked core. Pull that back hip forward. Square off those hips. Time. Oh. All right, set it up. Here we go. Get the range that you can. Make sure you're locked through the core. Time. Oh my goodness. And go. Belly locks. Keep digging in. Time. Oh. All right, last set. Both legs. I'm going to keep my weight focus on my pelvis, my core. The leg is feeling it. Time. All right, last 20 seconds. And go. Hinge a lot in that front hip flexor. Time. Oh, yay. All right, we're done with the weights. We're gonna get a nice little stretch before we hit up that last set. All right, use your box if you'd like, or stay on the ground. Take your leg on top and hit just a little pigeon. Otherwise, stay on the ground. Those hips to square off again. All right, switch it up. Our timing is spot on. All right, we're going to go into our core and arms a little bit. So you're going to hit up a step off plank. All right, so we're going to go, you have a couple different options. You can go off on, or off, on. I'll show you. Okay, set up your plank. If you don't have a box, just keep your toes on the ground. Off, on, or off, on. Then you'll want to switch your directions. I'll probably do a little collection of both. All right, ready, set, and go. Set up that plank. Biggest deal here, keeping those hips in line with the shoulders. And of course, tucking the tailbone. Keep that belly locked. Shoulders up over your wrists. 3, 2, and 1. If you're real crazy, you can stay in your plank. 3, 2, and 1. Off, off, on, off, off. Lots of core. Feel those obliques. 3, 2, and 1. 2 down. 4, 3, 2, and go. Check in with the body. Check in with those hips. They should be low with your shoulders, not piked up in the air. Time. Okay, I just started feeling my shoulders. 3, 2, and go. Can feel that whole thigh have to wrap. Time to support all the different layers of the move. 3, 2, halfway there, and 1. Hold on to it. Dig deep inside. 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, and go. Five seconds. Time. Woo. Final 2. 3, 2, and go. Try to point your elbows back towards your toes, toward that box. Oh, time. Okay, took an extra little tightening through that core. Pay attention. Really felt that heat in the abdomen. That's where we want it. Time. Woohoo! Half-hearted woohoo, but full-hearted, it just didn't sound that way. Open your toes or your knees. Open your knees. Put your toes together. Reach your arms forward. And keep your elbows off the ground. Push into your hands. And then pull your hands back without actually moving them. So you're retracting your shoulder blades down the spine. Super good. All right, let's go into our hip flexor lunge. So not the super long lunge, not your runner's lunge, but just that hip flexor tuck. So hips are stacked right on top of that back knee. Slide the hips under. So take your pelvis and tilt it back. Not over tilt it, but just enough to get that hip flexor. And then take, if your left leg's back, left arm comes up, and then push that arm back at the elbow. Fingertips reaching down. Your spine lift up, and then hinge forward just slightly. Feel that back hip flexor. All right, release. Your front leg's gonna go forward. Hinge over your hamstring, over your thigh to get your hamstring. So it's like you're getting a pull. You have a string on your booty cheek and it's pulling back. And you have a string on your chest and it's pulling you forward. So that should really dig into your hamstring. Take both hands if you can outside that right leg. If you need to grab a weight to grab onto or something else that can help give you stability, go for it. But we're getting that little twist with our hamstring stretch. Okay, hinge back forward. Now we're going into that really long lunge. Left hand plants on the ground. Your right arm's going to come back and touch the left thigh in the back. Again, a twist. Again, a stretch for that back hip flexor, front inner thigh. All right, release. One more little hamstring grab, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So, right knee on the ground, left leg forward, stack, tuck, right arm up. Push your hands down your spine at the elbow. Keep tucking that pelvis. Lengthen through the hip flexor. You can lean a little if you'd like. Can feel that. I need to get that pull all the way through the side too. We're going to do some rolling later, I can tell. Toe comes up, chest forward, hip back. Speaking of rolling and tightness, pay attention to your consistent complaints and then see if you can do something about it. It's kind of a little red flag system. I hate hearing my kids complain, and I'm sure they hate hearing me complain. Twist over that leg. So think about it in terms of yourself. What do you hear yourself consistently complaining about? A shoulder, a hip, tightness, tiredness, stress, and then stop wasting energy complaining and convert that energy. Okay, lunge forward. Plant onto your right hand, left arm twist back. So convert that energy of complaining into doing something about it. All right, toe comes up, one more quick little hamstring stretch. Good job, everybody. Another fun Tabatta day. We'll get to do it again in 2 more weeks, so be ready. Have a great day.